you to remember little things like you are eating some green things, aren't you?
But what is a thing that over the years was a running theme in your house that you said over and over?
You know, I try to, what I tell them is what I continue to tell themselves is that they have to walk their own walk. You know, they cannot define themselves by looking at each other or looking at me or their dad. They have to take the time to get to know themselves, give themselves a moment to figure out who they want to be in the world, not who they think I want them to be, not what the rest of the world says about them, but to really think about how they want to shape their lives and how they want to move in this world. So I don't want them measuring themselves by external influences, and for young girls, that is hard to do.
Oh, yeah.
That is a very hard thing to do, and everybody should understand that as a responsibility. It's Instagram culture. It drives me crazy.
It was hard with just cable TV when you're watching all the images in music videos. It's, I don't know, exponentially difficult with social media when you're comparing yourself to everybody on social media.
So I constantly have to remind them that they have to live in their own skin. And that takes time too. And I try to make sure they understand that unfolding of understanding who you are, it is a journey of becoming. That you don't know that in your 20s. You don't know it all in your 20s.
No, you don't. You just start to know something, right? How did y'all do that in the White House where you have access to everything and everybody in the world? I think it's difficult for people, no matter where you are in your trajectory. You want to have a better life than your parents. You want your children to live comfortably, everybody does. But how do you not spoil children when they have access to everything?
It was easy for us, because we don't think they deserve it, It wasn't a difficult thing to do, Not the way me and Barack were raised. I mean, first of all, you got to have a mate that shares your values. So it starts way back to who you pick. You got to have a good picker, because if you all don't come to parenting with the same kind of values and understanding that stuff isn't parenting, giving kids things is not parenting. It is a verb. It is an active, engaging thing, and that means you got to know who your kids are, and each one of them are different, right? So you can't just apply the same principles to the first one that you did to the second one, because they come here totally different. So we didn't just show up in the White House, I'm Michelle from the south side of Chicago. I grew up in a little bitty house. I got nice clothes and jewelry now, but my mother made my clothes, we were raised with that's enough. You be grateful for what you have. You don't look at the next thing. You be happy with what you have, and that's how we work in the White House. That didn't change because we moved to a different house. The house didn't define us. It's the values that defined us. So for us,
I heard, we read this, although we can't believe anything we read, but I know Malia's third year Harvard, and you all together as a family dropped Sasha off.
We did. We dropped Malia off too.
Yes,
we all did.
Okay. And I heard
with the motorcade.
with the motorcade.
Tried to hide it, but it was there.
It's hard with 20 cars.
Well, we had them do less cars. Okay. So it had to be.
How was the drop off?
It's always good for any parent who's dropped off kids. There's the busy part of drop off, which is like, okay, all right, and I'm that person. While Barack is like trying to put together a lamp, I'm like, girl, you cannot keep all these clothes. You brought 100 shoes, and you live in a dorm. So you can pick 10. This is what I'm doing. It's like pick 10 shoes. You cannot bring all those shoes, and she was supposed to do that before we got there, which was winnow her clothes down. But see, she didn't understand what dorm life was. And I was like, girl, you got 3 inches of a closet, so you gotta figure this out. So there's that busyness of trying to move in and unpack and fold clothes and clean out stuff, and get it all together. And so when you're busy with the busy stuff, you're not thinking about the emotional stuff. So usually we then drop them off, get them in the dorm, then we take them out to lunch somewhere, and that's like our last lunch. And when the emotions come is when we are getting in our cars and getting on a plane and leaving our babies, and they're going somewhere,